welcome, Magnus Carlsen. You are the first player who got applause first. Let's have a look at your game. I don't know. Can you let me know? Is this still theory or is it?
I highly doubt it. No, I mean, what he does in the opening, these bishop c3 and so on, is not very dangerous, but here, well, I really should go d5 here, and then the position is just completely equal.
And you could have played d5,
but I wanted to.
This was too equal for you.
Yes, but I regretted it later in the game.
Okay, so we got.
Okay, this is more or less all okay. Well, knight d6 is stupid, obviously, because I thought I would be able to play b5 afterwards, which I was not.
Yes, after knight b1, probably b5 does not work because this stupid-looking knight defends the a3 pawn.
Yeah, exactly.
White exchanges and will play rook c5.
Yeah.
Okay. But we had very interesting
later on.
No, this was obviously the critical position.
Yeah. No, c5 was good. Otherwise, well, I go d6, knight d7, and my knight on e8 is not so stupid anymore.
Okay, you try to build up a more normal hedgehog like this.
Exactly.
And okay, I agree. So, did you expect c5? Yes.
Yeah, more or less.
More or less. Okay, you took the pawn and. Was it worth thinking about this move?
Yeah, it was also possible. Then I thought of a5.
A5?
And then a4.
The a4? The main idea is to here.
Rook b8 and then put the rook on b4.
Even now you play rook b4.
And if knight b6, then I go rook c6 or something. And I'm not sure he has achieved that much.
Okay, because your rook is
and then I can play d6 later on.
Okay. So this was not so dangerous?
Okay, but what he played was good, I think.
Was good.
Knight b5. Okay, yes, knight f5 was possible here.
Instead of c6?
Yeah.
No, c6?
c6 is good, obviously, but knight f5 was also interesting. And now his threat is to play e4, which I cannot really do that much about, I think. So I was going to play rook b8, e4, knight f4 check, gf4, and ef5, and I thought black is more or less doing okay.
It's really a strange pawn structure.
But I really, I would have loved to get such a position instead of the one I got in the game.
Yeah, it's so this c6.
Yeah, c6 is good.
But now could he play knight c6 or doesn't it work?
Yeah, okay, you could do that, but then it's just equal.
That's okay. Yeah. So can you describe his idea? Did he intend to take all the knight squares away from you?
Yeah, basically I think so. I mean, the pawn on e4 restricts this knight, and now, well, my knights are passive and I cannot really do much. So I was sort of thinking that the position was still equal when I got here, but when after a while I realized that it's actually quite dangerous. So king h8 was strange, but I think in many lines it's very useful not to have this check on e7.
And later you have a useful move to play king g8 again.
Okay, my position is my position is unpleasant, but it's maybe holdable still.
Let's see.
Rook b6. Okay, he could maybe have done something else here. I don't know.
Difficult to say. The turning point of the game, just to make this a little more
let's
quickly,
just
after the time control.
He was correct, I think, in playing rook b2 because he could take on a5 with the queen.
With the queen, yes.
And then I would just take rook a8 and everything.
And then it's more or less a draw. Yes.
Yeah.
So he still wanted to play for
and he was absolutely correct to do so.
Yeah. Okay.
Rook b7. Point is, I mean, if I take, then the knight takes d takes b2, and
Yes.
a5 is falling, and I have no counterplay.
Yes, and your queen is somehow.
So I had to do something a little more tricky.
Yes, but now we come closer to this interesting knight ending.
I thought this should be a draw, but I was a little bit worried.
Okay, this is obviously the critical point, and his move knight b2 is a mistake. Of
Yeah,
course.
obviously.
What would have happened after b6?
I would play a3.
Okay, so
Knight c1, king f8.
king f8,
And now I thought b7,
b7.
king e7.
So
It seemed to me that this should be sufficient for a draw. I mean, king
Okay.
d6.
king d6.
Yes.
Okay, this is of course important. Now you have two squares available.
Yeah.
Yeah. King d8 would have been dangerous. Okay.
Because a knight b5.
You may even win the b pawn.
Well, I mean, there's going to be some knight d6 checks.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
so. I shouldn't dream about winning this, but I felt that here I would actually make a draw.
But after you fall in this trap.
Yeah, now it's very difficult for him.
Yes.
Yeah,
we remember
I mean,
this
I just-
move. We've seen this move more than
Yeah.
once. This was of course brilliant.
Yeah, okay, but this is just incredibly lucky, I think. I cannot.
There's nothing
Obviously,
wrong
it was
with that.
careless for him.
No,
but,
just a last question. We were wondering when you went for after f4. Yes, you played f5 here. Was this the only move you were thinking about?
No, but I thought it was useful to get some more squares for my knight.
The idea was to fight for the white squares.
Both for my knight and
Did you
also
think
for my
about this
king.
move?
Yes, I thought about it, but well, I don't know.
You didn't like it so much. Okay, anyway.
But I think here, anything is
f5
probably
won the
good.
game in the long run.
No,
Okay.
but I thought he would play knight a3 and so on. But f5 was good enough, I think, unless I missed something really simple.
Now it seemed that he never had a chance after this.
I mean, after this, I think this knight f6 is a good move
Yes.
to get the knight to e4, and now when the knight gets to d6, everything is protected,
It's more or less over. No,
and there are no chances.
will not try any way in the position. Okay, thank you very much for being here. Wonderful game.
Not
you
one
shared a
wonderful
lead
game,
now.
but
But it's still an important win.
Yes.
Okay, again, congratulations. Thank you. Bye.
thank you.